One of the viewers of my channel has sent me on a couple of stones to check out. He wanted to get my opinion on them. This is one of them. It's a Kyoto oil stone. This was sold at Chef Knives to Go in their basement section, whatever that is. It was really inexpensive. The stone was produced back in '85, I believe. It's 150 grit, really coarse. We're gonna give this guy a run and see how it works out. Now I've had it soaking in water for about 5 or 10 minutes. Let me see how it's gonna hold. It appears to be holding pretty good. I'm going to use this Y Start knife. It's tagged with D2, but according to Blade Banner's recent testing, that is not what steel it is. I don't remember what it came out as, 420, 440, who knows. So I'm going to start on this stone, and he also sent me a Pride 1K stone. So we're going to go from this 150 to the Pride, but I'm going to check the edge after each stone and see the scratch pattern as well as how sharp it appears. Now I haven't done anything to this stone. I'm using it as it was sent to me. Right off the bat I can tell it's really slick. And when I say slick, it's got a glazed feel. The stone would probably benefit from some conditioning. I've already got a burr on the side that I was sharpening. I can tell this bevel size is much larger than the other side, so I'm going to go ahead and angle this down a little bit and get a little bit more of a reprofile and see if we can even things out a little bit. This is a very hard stone. It is removing steel. I'm putting a little pressure down. And I've just about reached the apex. That was pretty doggone quick. With a conditioned surface, I can only imagine how quick it is. Got a burr in almost every spot of the blade. I'm going to go a little bit longer just to even things out because I don't quite have much burr in the base. Alright. I'm going to try cutting and removing as much of the burr as I can. Gotta remember that the bevels are now asymmetrical. They're not the same angle. I would probably use this as a hybrid, both with oil and without. I haven't seen any grit really shed off this stone. And let's see if I can do a cut test before stropping. I've obviously got some burr left over. It did bite me. So here is the 1K stone that he sent on. It's called Pride Abrasives. I believe he said yes, it is made in the USA. I've had this one soaking for about maybe 15 minutes. Right off the bat, this reminds me of the Sahara Cyrax 1K. It's got the same texture, the same kind of almost soft feel, but at the same time hard. I don't know how to describe it, but it's got that texture. It's got that same feel that the Sahara Cyrax has. Looks like it's holding water really well. It's pulling steel off the knife quite readily. And it's leaving a 1K scratch pattern. stone doesn't load. I got a nice burr built up all the way across this edge. I'll have to take some other steels to it to really get an idea, but this is very much like a Sharpening Pro or the new Botamo 1K. It's got a coarseness to it that's deceptive of the grit rating. Got a few little track marks from where I was concentrating on that tip, so it's got just a little bit of softness to it that's there, but nothing serious. We can get the lighting to play right. I'm gonna have to try these out some more to get a better idea of how they behave, but right now I really need to get this 150 conditioned. Right now it's got, like I said, a glazed feel on it. It cuts really fast, so it's got that going for it, but I think with it having a coarser texture, this stone could be even better. For what it is though, being an oil stone, I would, if it were mine, I would probably use it, as I said, as a hybrid. I would probably soak it in oil, let it get fully saturated, and then I would probably use my Caleb McCullough mixture of baby oil, soap, and water. I think that would work really well on this stone. It does fine with just water. As you can see, it doesn't load up, so I see no issues there. The 1K stone, Pride abrasives, it's a little coarser than say a King 1K. It reminds me very much of a Shapton or a Nubatama in that respect. It's got a coarseness and a scratch pattern that isn't quite as fine as a King, and it cuts very fast. I like this stone. I like it a lot. I emailed Pride to actually find out where their abrasives are sold, and on their website they've got several links to dealers that sell their water stones. Looking at the pricing, they're on par with say Nanawa Professional or Shapton Pro. That is to say, they're not extremely cheap. So if you wanted a full set, expect to pay around $250 to close to $300. I am planning on getting a set. I would really be interested to see their higher grit stones. I want to know if they produce a high luster or if they have a hazy kind of Kasumi finish. If any of you guys are familiar with these or know that information, please let me know. If you guys have any questions or comments, as always, leave them below. I appreciate you watching. Y'all have a good one.